So migrant population has obviously changed a lot in the last 35 years. We're comparing the year 1990 to today, and most countries have at least doubled, some have even tripled. Well, unless you're Iceland. Apparently, if you're Iceland, your migrant population has almost 10x'd. That's insane. Now, it's very important to know exactly what was going on in the world in the year 1990. We were finally coming to the season finale of the Cold War. Dun, 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 dun. So Germany had finally reunified the western side and the eastern side. We have the Warsaw Pact breaking down, all these communist countries breaking down. Eventually, we were going to lose the Soviet Union, obviously. It's just interesting to think about, especially for Western Europe, because the people that were coming over to these places were probably just from Eastern Europe or, running away from communist countries. Unless you're Poland, where you started off as a communist country and you've kept up that tradition of having, well, very low migrant population. They've only added 1.5% in the last 35 years. Meanwhile, like I said, a lot of these other places have doubled. Holy crap, look at Spain. Okay, so Spain has definitely almost 10x. It's also really important to note at this time, the birth rate. The birth rate hadn't collapsed in all these countries. Things have really taken a very, very steep decline in most of these countries that we're looking at. So the UK has more than tripled their migrant population. The US has just about doubled. A little bit different for the US because we just got a lot more population. Austria has almost tripled from 9% to 25%. Belgium from 9% to 20%. Germany's doubled. Greece is more than doubled. We talked about Iceland. Ireland has tripled. Finland was at 1%. Now they're at 10. Canada's the only country that started off in 1990 at 15%. They haven't really gained that much, at least comparatively, just because they started off so high, but this is bringing in an interesting perspective. What's interesting is this trend is not only found in Europe as well as in places like the US and Canada, but you can find this happening in Mexico and Thailand. And now, even in Japan, the country that everyone thought this would never happen in. For hundreds of years, Japan was notorious for being closed off to foreigners. Just really wanted to say that there's more places involved in this than just these flags that were included in this post, that's for sure. And there's soon to be even more countries that will probably join in. Maybe South Korea? Oh, I forgot some of the Middle East too. There's Saudi Arabia and the UAE you could also include on this list.